The Observer would like to advise that the following video comes with a trigger warning. The content in this video is of a sensitive nature, so please beware that the topic of this video may trigger you. The Observer recommends that you consider your own mental health before you watch this video.
People aware that this guy is love bombing them to take money from them. He's literally taking money left, right and centre from women up and down the country and not paying it back. Do you know what I mean? Along with everything else. So we'll get into it soon anyway.
No one's forcing no one to do nothing. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, because I'm got a lot of shit going on. I'm struggling mentally, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I am.
I'll always use an excuse as this cunt. There's a fucking book of them. I've been watching the videos. Someone go and tell him we've got him on.
Listen, let me on there to have my say, innit?
No.
I'm not a liar. I will say it how it is. If I ask for money, yeah, I've asked for money. If you sent me money, yeah, you've sent me money. If you've had an intimate, if you see any intimate conversations,
we don't care about intimate. Listen,
both comments and both messages have to be there. But no, they delete there.
I'll repeat it again. I do not care. None of us care about your intimate relationship talk. No one gives a fuck about that. What people give a fuck about is the money that you've taken from everyone and not paid back.
That is also part of the love bombing that he's been doing, though, where he's lulling women into a false sense of thinking they're in a relationship with him or they're speaking with him. So that is part of it. And him turning around, saying what he's saying, oh, what, because I shagged him and left him. Like, that just shows that's a red flag.
Ask for help. And if I need money, I will say, can you help me out? In trust that I know this person.
But that isn't what he's doing. Like, I've seen some of these messages, and they'll be shown later, where he's literally spoke to this person in the live. Next minute, he's in their inbox, hey. And then the message immediately after is, can you send me money to get a hotel with my kids? The fuck?
Yeah, and there's also ones where he's saying, oh, I've got no fuel, I just need 20 quid waiting for them to offer. I just had another lady send me some messages where he was saying, oh, you know, you need to get some money together to pay me for a reading so we can sort your life out.
Exactly that.
Like, this is another part of his scamming where he says he gives readings.
Exactly that, bro. I mean,
that's the other one, isn't it? The fake readings.
I'm doing it because I'm putting my defence across.
I just want to listen to him for a minute. I just want him to.
Regardless, I don't care if you got 3,000 or 10,000 people in there. You can't. It can't be one-sided. There's three sides to a story: mine, yours, and the truth. And you're not letting me have my say. What do I need to lie about? You've lent me money, yeah. Well, that's that. No one forced you to send the money, yeah. To anyone that sent me money,
right, so pay it back.
You've done it because we've chatted on multiple occasions. They don't let me. They blocked me fucking 4 times already. I'm not going in on another account.
Go and come back in on your other account. Someone go over and tell him. Someone go to him and say,
everyone's doing.
No face said come over quickly on your other account.
Exactly. Like, at least people are listening in my chat. Whether you agree to disagree, I am making points. I am putting points across. Anyway, I am putting actual legit points across. No one has to send money. And when they are sending the money, it says to them, you don't have to send money. Are you sure you want to send it? They can say no at the time. No, I don't want to
That's
send it.
That's not the point, though.
That's that.
That's not the fucking point.
Also, we have chatted. Me and these people that have sent me money, show all the fucking messages. Because we have chatted multiple times.
It don't matter whether you're fucking chatting or not. You've just admitted you've borrowed money over these women and you've not paid them back. Let me just say, you see that photo in the corner up there, right? They're all comments that were left on this post where someone put up saying, we want to hear from you about Scotty. Have you had any type of interaction? And all these people are like, yeah, they've lent him money or he's fucked them over, or every single comment, over 30 of them, about this one guy.
Same with any woman that I've spoke to. If anyone says, oh, you've sent me a dick pic. All right, what about the tick pic you've sent me in retaliation? The one that you sent me before.
In retaliation.
And also, let me just say, I don't care about that either. If you're two consensual adults, yeah, then that's your business. We're talking about what you're doing by love bombing these women and then straight away going straight in for their money. And it's not just that, it's to make awareness because of these women that are not falling, but these women that are getting involved. Some of them do have children and he's not actually allowed to see his own children. So that's a major red flag there. So don't be fucking taking this guy anywhere near your children.
What, like he keeps blocking me and muting me from having my say, yeah? You're going to sit on live for about an hour and prove nothing.
Right, you know what, yeah? This guy's sitting, kicking, screaming, throwing up about he's not allowed to come and have his say. I went into his live last night on my backup account, made one comment and he blocked me. One comment.
Intimate with me, previous before that picture's come through, which you won't show the messages, which is straight up facts. No one is going to show the chat between me and the women together. Because I've just seen what they're posting.
Is there someone in the box called Penny or Pennywise?
That's not really fair, is it?
I'll have a look now.
You know? That's what I'm saying.
We're just warming up, we're just waiting for everyone to come in.
And say he's a bad guy.
Yeah, there is.
This is all legal, no crimes committed. Have I committed any crime? Is there any crime committed? No, seriously, let's be honest right now.
It's just to let you know, the girl I mentioned earlier, she's in the comments, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, tell her to request the box.
There's another one. There's another one in the box. Oh, she's come out of the box now. There's another one called Little Red who said that she's had interactions with him. I don't know what, but she said she'll. Oh, here she is.
Who's just a little? Is that the lady we're talking about?
No, this. Yeah. So this. Oh, is this
there's another one in the box?
No, there's the little one I said I sent you a message to about. She's here.
Yeah, so Red's another one.
Yep.
Just a little.
Sorry, there's so many women.
Yeah, there is so many. You good?
Yeah, thank you.
Right, which one of you two want to speak first? Actually, before you do that, Carla, did you want to give everyone a rundown of actually why this is happening?
Yeah, of course. So this is Scott. He has been on social media doing this for years and years and years. However, I was made aware of him a couple of days ago on TikTok. I put a post out, and from that post, we have had hundreds of women, I've lost count, all with the same story. He asked for money for petrol, for his van tyres, for his children, for hotels. Once he's asked and received one payment, he'll then keep going and going and going. Once he's basically got all the money he wants off them, he'll completely block them. He has multiple women at one time that he's doing this to. He splits them into 3 categories, which I can't remember what they are. One is sex, one is girlfriend, and one is money. He'll split them into 3. Yeah, so that's basically the rundown of him.
Right, one second, I'm just trying to get up a message here. Right, so who was going to speak first? Was it you, Little Red, or just a little? Either one of you can unmute.
Do you want me to go quick? Oh.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so I met Scott through the dating app Hinge. I haven't ever had TikTok before, so I didn't know who he was. I was with him from the 1st of January this year till a couple of weeks ago. I was his girlfriend, as far as I was aware. So I would like to say, firstly, I didn't know if any girls or women have been messaged in the last 6 months for money or images or anything like that. I wasn't aware, obviously. Yeah, so that's pretty embarrassing on my part. But yeah, so I didn't know anything about him. When I met him, he just, said, he was well known for the Christmas lights. He was telling me that all this charity stuff that he did. He's stayed at mine. I bought him clothes and stuff, but to me, obviously, that's just what a girlfriend would do anyway. just treated him with nothing but support and everything. And then the masks, that character he kind of portrayed in the beginning, slowly started to slip when he'd make comments about the way I dress, saying it's slutty and things. And I said, well, how I dress doesn't impact the way I am. I don't cheat. I don't do anything like this. Obviously, it's since come out that he would talk badly behind my back on his lives, obviously message people. He was cheating, lying, and everything like that, basically. There was one woman who he kind of said to me to keep all my social media private, that I would get a lot of hate and stick. Made sure that I wasn't allowed to accept anybody or accept messages from anybody. One woman, and I think she wasn't here earlier, did reach out to me, and when I confronted him, he denied it. So I do owe her apology, because obviously I believed him. But since then, other people have come forward and said no, he had messaged them. Literally a couple of weeks ago, I was in hospital, and he was begging when I broke up with him, because I just obviously had enough of how he spoke about me to me, and just the level of disrespect when it was coming out. And I was told by family about how he had spoke about women, and I hadn't seen it before, so that isn't the kind of person I want to be with. And he was just, denied, begging to get back with me, said he had some things to do, and then little did I know he was actually just shacking up with another woman. He put out lies saying I dumped him because of his mental health. For any time I would challenge anything, he would tell me he would commit suicide if I left him, everything like that. So that's the gist of it.
And that's where the emotional manipulation comes into it on this thing here, because I did hear that. Like, did he take any money from you?
So I can't, yes, but at the same time, he did give me money. So I now feel really bad that clearly he's like the whole Tinder swindler, in that a lot of these women who probably gave him money, he was given to me because I would do his cooking, his cleaning, things like that. So he'd be like, oh, if you go to the shop for me and get me this, here, I'll send you some money. But yeah.
Because of, when I say the amount of women that are coming forward and saying that they've lent him money, and not even just like, it's 20s, 50s, 100s each time. It's the same amount, 20, 50, 100 all the time. Some people have actually sent him a lot more than that, and he's been doing this for years. Little Red, did you want to say something?
Hello. My situation's a little bit different. I only met the guy once. Just because I genuinely, sorry, my cat is in heat. I do apologise. She's just very loud in the background. I just got the gist that he was very manipulative and was trying to get something more out of me than what I was willing to give. So he took me out on a date. So he drove to come and see me, took me out on a date, was very persistent to get this date in the first place. Took me out for food. This was in March, by the way. So obviously, this lady said that she was in a relationship with him from the beginning of the year, right up until quite recently. So this would have been during that time. The next day, after taking me out on the date and stuff, he then was on TikTok asking for money to then take his kids out, or to take his kids to a hotel, because that is the only way that he can see his children. So I was a bit concerned as to why he's persistently trying to go on a date with me while he should actually be looking after his children and concentrating his money on.
So you did go on a date with him?
I did go on a date with him, yeah.
Did he? And he paid? Did he pay?
He paid for everything.
Right, so he paid, and then the next morning went on to TikTok and then started saying he needed money.
He needed about £80 so that he could book a hotel and this, that, and the other, which is basically what he had spent. Right, so, yeah, and I thought that is just completely off key, anyway, to do that. And then he had messaged me separately. He was sharing his live to me, had messaged me separately, asking me to put money in his PayPal account. So again, I was just like, right, okay, so you wanted to spend money on me and now you're basically asking for some of it back. Then when he had got the money for his hotel, he was trying to send me explicit messages on Snapchat. I don't really go for shit like that, so I completely aired him. He was in the bath for about an hour, and this was while he was in a hotel with his children. And he proceeded to just keep sharing the stuff with me, and I just completely deleted and blocked him on there. And this is part of the reason why some people probably don't have messages to show for it, because he will do it all over Snapchat.
Yeah, do on Snap. That's what a few people have come forward and said. It's not that there's a lot of people that have shown messages like, we've got PayPal receipts, but the thing is, he's not denying it. He's just said a minute ago, yeah, people have lent me money and what? Like, you don't care.
Yeah, it's the manipulative, like, I need this for this, I need it because of this, when really you're just out here probably spending it on women every day, but not actually doing what you need to do for your children.
But the dangerous thing is, what he's doing is, he's asking for snaps. He's getting these news from what we've worked out in the chat through talking through the messages and that. He's asking for snaps, and then what he does is ask for money. If he don't get his own way, he starts using them pictures against him.
Right. Okay. Well, he didn't get that type of thing from me anyway, because I'm not going to do that type of thing unless I was in a relationship with someone. Stuff like that doesn't happen. He did come into my live, because I go live as well. He did come into my life and start doing the same type of thing, like in the sense of, I'll put your tits away, this, that, and the other, like just trying to belittle me on my live and stuff. So I did have to block him from coming in and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And then I basically just went back. I was going back and forth with him on there, because I'm not really scared to just out and say something about people. Like, I'm not gonna let you try and come in and be some type of way. So he actually turned around and said to me, well, I'm going to go on my live and make up lies about you.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much
which he never did, but
people. Yeah, he said that to a couple of people as well.
Even if someone was to say something like that, that's not going to stop me from speaking out, because I would rather make people aware that I could see the manipulating signs from like the start, to be honest.
I did. Like, obviously, we didn't even know about you, Little Red. You're obviously somebody who's just jumped up and had to say, but obviously
I've seen
it's the
a couple
same
posts
stories, a few.
Yeah, that Carla had posted, and I was just like, oh, okay, so he is like a serial manipulator then.
Yeah, literally. Amanda, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Have you got a story to do with this guy?
Yeah, well, obviously with me, it was, and I did message, obviously, his ex-girlfriend, and she's in here now, on FB. But before that, like, I used to go into his live and he was doing the Ouija board, and obviously I've been seeing spirits all my life. So I was trying to help him do whatever. And then he started asking me for 20 quid. So that was all I had, was £20. And I sent it over because he said it was for his kids. So then the next day, this was on a Friday, so the next day was a Saturday, and he said he was at a car boot with his kids. Could I give him £30? And I said, I haven't got it. I'll just give you my last £20. He obviously had me on WhatsApp. He was sending me messages, because I've had my boobs done quite a few times. And before I was going to go back and have them done, he kept saying, can I send pictures of my breast? And I'm like, no. I said, like, he knows I'm married as well, and I'm like, my own husband don't even see him, so why would I show you? Then he's in his girlfriend's bath, and then he's lying there in the bath, and he's like, oh, do you want to see more of me?
Right, hold on. Sorry. So let me just get this straight quickly, just for the audience down there, yeah? So you're telling me that the time he was sending pictures out to Little Red, he was also doing it to you and Just a Little at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, that's mad.
He was in his girlfriend's bath, obviously just a little. He was in her bath and he's got his arm behind his head and he's like, oh, do you want to see anything of me? Do you want to see me do whatever to himself? And I'm like, I can't obviously say on here. And I'm like, no, thanks. I said, I don't even want to see my own husband's, never mind anyone else's, because I've had an hysterectomy, so I've gone off that sort of thing. So then when I got told, obviously, who his girlfriend was, and we all found her on FB. I've messaged her quite a few messages explaining. Obviously, when he done that, I was like, do you know what? I ain't having this. So I blocked him. And then obviously he blocked me on WhatsApp and I deleted the messages. I didn't know you couldn't get them back. So I'm trying to get the proof to show her that I wasn't lying. Then he's on his live slagging me off. Then his brother's got involved in it, threatened to find my IP address, come here and smash my face in and all sorts. So I was like, what? And obviously my husband's a lorry driver, so I'm in the house on my own all week and it just freaked me out. But like, what the whole point of this, I remember when he asked me for the £30 the next day on the Saturday, he came back and he had that Ouija board table thing, you know, the one that lifted up, it had all the green stuff in. But he brought that and I was like, no way, you said that was for your kids. And then I remember being on there and he was asking for 75 quid for a hotel for his kids. And that day he got around 95 quid. So he could have a hotel with his kids. And then he just went and got his haircut and all that lot. And I'm like, what? Like, and I says to him, I said, but I thought you was taking your kids to a hotel, like, and he went, no. And that's when he blocked me and I thought, like, out of his life. And I was like, nah. Then he's calling me fake, like I'm a scammer. I scam people out of money, like, because of my medium readings. I said, no, I don't even charge a penny for them. Like, I've never have. And he's saying that I was jealous because he's got a gift and I haven't and I'm just faking it. Because I was outing him out about the Ouija board, like, because you could see he were moving it and looking for the letters before he moved the planchette.
I'll get you up in a sec, cheeky fella.
Guys, can I just point something out? Sorry, Amanda, I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to say to the comments, and this is the only time I'm going to say this, I don't want to see victim shaming and why did you do this? What is this? What is that? We're not doing victim shaming here. So anyone I see doing it from here on forth, I'm just going to mute you because we're not doing that. We're listening to people who have been manipulated, lied to by a man. So shut your fucking mouths and just listen to what's being said.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't reading the comments anyway. But yeah, like, and then I'm having people, well, you was following him. Yeah, I was, because I thought he was a decent lad at first and I felt sorry for him because he needed money for his kids, so he said. And then, like, I was watching and every single, like, there was 3 or 4 times in the day he was asking for more money off people. And then he was just really bad, like I said, and he started threatening me on WhatsApp and all that lot before obviously I blocked him. Then he got me on after I'd sent his girlfriend a message. Obviously she knew my name then on FB, and he were messaging me on there, calling me all sorts, saying he's going to fuck me over on here. He was telling everyone from his life to come into my life to get it banned and all that. And I'm like, whatever, mate, I'll just open another account. Like, because I was outing him out. You can ask Pennywise, because me and Pennywise have been talking for a while now, and I did have a load of videos up, but I just deleted them all because he was threatening, like, with my IP address and stuff, like he was going to come to my house. And obviously with me...
Well done for speaking up and telling everyone about it. Yeah. It's a bit fucked up, really, isn't it? Because I'm just still baffled that little Reg just got up and told that story about him being in the bath and that, and you've just got up and said the same story from your side.
Exactly. The exact same story.
Amanda messaged me that beforehand, so I know she's not just saying it. Like, that's the story.
One thing that I noticed is obviously, you know, Snapchat, you get a Snapchat score. During the first time that he told me he was in the bath to like the last time that he told me he was in the bath, his Snapchat score went up by 300.
Wow.
I don't know about Snapchat, I don't use it.
But it just means that he was exchanging pictures during that time. Yeah, and 300 means that's a lot of pictures and videos.
Can we? There was a Welsh guy in the
Yeah,
chat,
I'm just
cheeky
waiting.
something.
Amanda,
I'm
just
going to
drop
jump
you
down, but I'm just
Yeah,
glad
thank you.
just Littles obviously saw the light and got out of it before it got any worse.
And obviously, Amanda, I owe you an apology because obviously I trusted him. And when
Yeah, I know.
and he said, well, tell her to show me the proof. And then, you know, when someone doesn't say the proof, then
I was
yeah,
trying
you have to go
everything to
with-
get the
yeah.
proof back off WhatsApp because I didn't know you couldn't get it back. So
Apparently he's on his live right now saying I do drugs and shit, which I don't. But,
Thanks for coming up, Amanda.
thank you.
Let me just get his Welsh going because he's saying that. Can someone let him in, please?
He's not in the requests now. Let me find him.
Like I said
Cheeky.
before, so when I got with him, he told me some narrative of his ex-partners. And then he said, because I have children and I'm very much like will do Claire's Law, he'd already given his narrative. So when I was spoken to, the things that were shared with me were kind of already excused. So yeah, that's what he's doing as well.
Right, so you're saying, obviously, I'm not telling you to declare anything because you can't do that, but you did do a Claire's Law, yeah?
I did, and I was spoken to, so that was
You're covering
Sorry,
your
can't hear you,
mic.
covering your mic.
Oh, sorry. I said, yes, I was spoken to, but he had already shared his narrative.
Right, so there,
he knows.
so there was things there.
So he gives you, he says about his ex-partners and says, this happened, but you can do Claire's Law. And then so it's kind of already excused the stuff that may or may not be shared if you do or do not do it.
Right. Well, you heard that yourself, people, didn't you? You've heard it
So
yourself.
there's two people in the box. I don't know if they're meaning to request. One has got a bumblebee emoji and one's called Tiny T. Are you lot meaning to request? Because I don't want to just bring random people in. Obviously, anyone that's had anything to do with this guy is welcome in the live, but I need to know because sometimes people request accidentally.
She said yes.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, B.
Hi. I'm just jumping on because he did message me himself on TikTok. So I was watching his lives for quite a while on the board. And obviously I got really into it. This is not long back, about a month ago. I started watching him. He just came up on my FYP, and obviously I'm quite friendly in the comments towards him because I liked obviously what I could see, and I imagine he was doing it with just a little the board because he was always with someone. Obviously she never came on camera, which is fair enough, and obviously we all thanked him at the end. We always like to thank his partner that he's obviously doing it with. And there was time where people would ask him on his live, like, is that your partner? Who is it who you do the board with? And he'd give horrible statements around her, even though he's literally in the same room as her, which I found really weird. And then he started messaging me on TikTok, asking my age, where I was from, if I could meet up with him, go out for meals and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I've got 2 children and a partner, a long-term relationship. So it was obviously kind of weird that somebody would just do that.
Can I ask you a quick question then? Was you aware that he ain't allowed around his own children?
No, like, obviously, I just watched him from the board. Like, I didn't know him personally. He just came up on my FYP around a month ago. So, obviously, you know, I just did it, like, he just messaged me and I thought he was on about the board. And I said to him, I find this kind of weird. Like, obviously, I'm just here to, like, watch on the board. And I had supported him with big gifts like giraffes and galaxies and, you know, because obviously I'm liking what I'm seeing while he's on the board. And obviously I felt like he took an advantage of me sending them gifts to then message me. And then he's asking me to then follow him on Instagram, so he knows my name, like, and stuff like that, which I found really weird as well, because obviously on TikTok you just do, you know, your name's who your name is. And I didn't know him personally, so I didn't see why we needed to get to know each other like that. I was just watching him for his talent, if it is real, or obviously on the board. I did believe it at the time when I used to watch him, and obviously that's why I carried on watching him. He did ask me to, you know, do the Snapchat kind of thing, and I'm like, no, like that's just a mark over. That's just really weird. And then he'd asked me if I'd like to do the board with him, if I felt like I could connect to spirits, and blah 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 blah. And I don't know if it is relevant towards him, but I just would like to make it aware, like, obviously there's 2.2k people in here, and I just feel like it is quite really important. There is a guy on TikTok called Dean. I don't know if anybody is aware of him.
No.
And he is a spiritualist, but he doesn't do it on TikTok. He doesn't go live on TikTok. He just posts videos from where he's done it, like on stage. And you know, he has like 40 odd K views. He's got a lot of following. And for some reason, the way that Scott spoke, obviously on the messages on the TikTok when he was messaging me, was kind of similar to this guy that I didn't know at first it was a fake profile, and I believed it was Dean because
so you're saying that you think he's beyond the Dean account?
Yes, because when I went on the Dean account, the real Dean account, I obviously followed him because I liked what I was seeing there, because obviously I'm just into all that, you know. And then literally straight after, I'd got a follow from Dean, and I just automatically thought that this real Dean had followed me back. So I just, you know, and then I received a message saying, hi, I felt a warmth towards you. I feel like I could do you a reading, blah, 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 blah. So at the time, like going back like 2-3 weeks ago, I know it sounds stupid, but I were quite in a like not vulnerable state, but I would just, you know, had a lot going on personally. And he messaged to say, obviously, he could do me a reading, blah, blah, blah. So obviously I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. And then they asked for my mobile number because they could do it through there. And for me to then, if I can afford up to anything that I could afford, like a donation, for me to do so. So I then obviously said, well, I can only do £20. Like he's saying up to £25 to £50. And I thought that's kind of weird. So anyway, they were like, that's fine, send the £20, I'll do you a reading. Then obviously this was on the TikTok, and then when they got my mobile number, obviously I gave him my mobile number. Obviously I've realised that how stupid it is that I've actually done this, but I've provided the mobile number and thought actually it's quite better to do it privately like that if it's going to be a private reading to myself. And obviously the way they were speaking and stuff, it kind of made me think it was him. But I just thought, no, you're being silly. It's not him. And then when I got to the message, they then asked for another further donation because they've got a lot to say. There's a lot coming through. The reading's more than expected, blah, 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 blah. So then obviously I sent another £20. And then I received the reading, which was very disturbing because I have had a few readings and tarot cards and stuff, you know, in my time. And I've never been told anything bad because I believe that they just don't do that. And on there, it was just awful. It was saying that I've got a bad spirit that follows me around, and I need to break the spell. I've had a spell put on me from birth, and I just knew then that it was really weird. And I thought, no, this seems like it's all lies, and it's a scam, it's fake. And then to say like for us to break this spirit in the temple to pray and we need an extra £50. And I just cut the message and said, you know, that's as far as I want to go. I don't really find this really, you know. And then I started seeing all the pages about Scott, and something just didn't feel right. And as I then went to go on to his lives, like when he come live on the Ouija board one or the van life or the drone one or whatever, and I'd click on it, I was blocked. So it made me feel like, is he a part of that as well?
It just seems to me a bit fucked up. It could be him, but it might not be. If there ain't no connection there, you can't really say. But
well, that's it. But I just feel like Yeah, because the way he spoke, like on the TikTok, like before, because obviously he didn't just come in and start asking my age and stuff. He just started saying, "Oh, I could feel a nice aura around you. I feel like you've got connection. Would you like to do the Ouija board?" Da, 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 da. And it felt like on the messages from this fake damn person was the same kind of, yeah.
Yeah, someone's saying in the chat that it's Scott on the other account.
And it's
Is
really
there
weird.
anyone else that wants to jump up, people who have lent him money that he's not paid back?
I've got Beth's statement to read because she didn't want to come up.
All right, if you want to finish up, and then we'll read Beth's statement up quickly.
Yeah. So I just felt like I just wanted to put that awareness out. And then last night, with one of my close friends, we were on a FaceTime call, and Scott was messaging her, asking her to send him £20. He's struggling, he's living a van life, and she did send it him. So she's just another victim like everybody else that feels like they had to feel kind of sorry for him to send him this money. And it's clearly, just a big...
Yeah, it's not because of... Carla's had over 100 people come forward and say about their interaction with him and the money and everything like that. And he just says, like, a minute ago when he said on his live, because this is him live now, he was saying...
Right, okay.
Yeah, people have lent me money, and what? But the thing is, he don't want to pay these people the money back. Like, he's had over £100 of one person, this of another.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, he's preying on people's vulnerability. So where there's things like, because people often go to mediums for things like grief.
Yeah.
And he's preying on this, and then it seems that he's saying to people, "Oh, well, you've got this around you, so you need to do this, but it's going to cost more money." Like, this is preying on people's vulnerabilities. Yeah. This guy is not a medium. So
well, this is it. Obviously, he never knew this, but obviously at that point, I was low and I felt down. And my dad had a stroke and he's lost his speech and the right side of his mobility of his right side. And obviously, I was just looking for some kind of closure, if that's what you'd like to call it. And because I did come across as vulnerable, I think he did take advantage of that.
Someone called Susie in the box. Susie, are you meaning to request?
Right, Carla, did you want to do Beth's statement? Obviously, Beth is in there. People in the comments, she'll confirm this statement, but she's had interactions with him as well.
Yeah, Beth was really brave yesterday. Oh, she's in the box. Do you want to let her in to do it herself?
Yeah, go on. And if someone wants to let her in, Lisa or something.
She's on private.
Oh, one sec.
Hi guys.
How we doing?
I don't want to read it myself if that's okay, but I will be in the box while it's being read out.
Alright, no problem. Alright, Carla, wherever you are. Sorry, my bad. Go on.
Yeah. Are you okay, Beth, first?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. I wanted to make a statement about Scott. Just over 4 years ago, I was on the app POF. I used to hold streams and have lots of people in the chat and boxes. I met Scott and thought he was sweet and lovely. He added me on Snap and that's when things started. I received multiple unwanted explicit pictures from him. When I refused to return them, he told me to unalive myself. He called me fat, an SLAG, and SLUT. He was incredibly vile. I ignored a few messages and then received one with my address and a screenshot on Maps. He then sent me messages threatening to come and hurt me. I deeply regret not reporting him to the police. I did report him on Snap and POF, but nothing was done. I then blocked him from both platforms. I will never forget, but I thought I'd moved on with my life. I didn't think I would see him again, but now he's all over TikTok being horrible to women. I want women and people to know that this man is horrible human. He needs to be avoided. No one should let him manipulate them or control their thoughts. He is vile. For all the women he has been horrible and disgusting to, my inbox is open. You aren't alone and we can do this together. That's it.
No, well done, Beth.
Thank you.
Beth, well done for coming up, because I know a lot of people have struggled with, you know, facing this guy, because I know he's been threatening people and made people feel a type of way. So well done for even writing that and coming up into the box.
Right, is there anyone else? Like, obviously, I'm just platforming, obviously, this for the Observer and everyone like that. So if there is anyone else that wants to get up and have their say, like, please request a box and get up. Like, there's no need to be scared of this weasel.
Susie said she wanted to come up, but she dropped. But yeah, anyone else, if there's anyone else that's had run-ins with this guy, if you're on private, let me know as well, because No Face will have to let you in. I can't see you.
The issue is I'm having to let people in I don't even know it's him, because these lot are not letting me know.
Yeah,
like,
I'm asking
people in the
them for
box,
that.
you are the people who know who people are, so you need to be telling us if they can come in or not. Like, Ryder wants in. Is Ryder part of it, yeah?
I'm not sure. There's a Vicky as well in the box. Vicky, are you someone who
Can you imagine me being your
Hi, No Face.
How are we doing? Sorry. Listen, Carla, Missy Kin, Pennywise, you need to be letting us know if these people are involved or not. Because we don't know.
Just wait to see the names. When I see the names, I'll let you know.
Is Ryder part of it?
Carla, someone called Sasha wants you to do her statement. I don't know if you've got a message from her or anything. Oh, here you go. Sasha said, Carla, you can read my messages out. And Ryder, have you had interactions with this guy before?
Yeah, I have, but not in the way of lending money. Just a backstory. I live on a brand new build estate that I moved into when I retired, so that'll give you a amp of my age. Every year for charity, the whole one of our streets, which is very public, it's all in the press, on the national papers, local papers, we decorate for Christmas, and the whole of the area come through. They bring their children. We've got a Facebook page about it. It's very well known in Berkshire. Basically, we have QR codes up around the houses so people can scan the codes and send money, but it's always to a reputable charity, i.e. Great Ormond Street or Macmillan. And one day, this guy, who I'd had knowledge of because he tried to he'd messaged my daughter on POF and tried to send her images on Snapchat. She obviously declined because she's a little bit older. And I saw that he was live streaming on my estate with his van all done up with lights. And what concerns me is I know what he does recreationally, and he was driving around the street, and I had a lot of messages saying, who's this guy driving around? You know, we pulled up, his van stinks of a certain kind of vapor, if I can say that.
Can I just ask a question? Was this the time where he was raising money through having the lights on his van for a certain charity that didn't pay it?
Yes. So the story goes, I was leaving to go and pick something up from a friend, and he'd parked on the entrance. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stop and say, look, we do this for charity. If any of you know the Berkshire area, honestly, the houses, it's just one street, and they're just all covered in white illuminated light. It's just unbelievable. We raise thousands, and I mean thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds due to people's donations. But a lot of money goes into it because each house has got tens of thousands of pounds worth of lights up.
All right, listen, sorry, can I just interrupt just for 2 seconds? Because I'm just about to go to the gym quickly, yeah? Listen, I only just want 2 seconds of your time. Listen, this guy's a complete wrong'un, yeah? There's a girl on the app called Riri, yeah? He's been on it for years and years and years, right? He never got his own way with her before he started going into his van and started scabbing money off of people and stuff like that, yeah? He used to stalk the girl constantly. I'm going to try and find out what her surname is, and I'll send you the details. But he used to follow her around the streets when she was walking around with her kids. He used to harass her, turn her up, try and break in a house and stuff. Like, the guy is an absolute wrong-un. I mean, a complete wrong-un. Yeah, he is on Claire's Law. He has got problems, like literally mad problems. He is literally obsessed with any woman that gets in touch with him or anyone that feeds him money. He literally just scrounges off you. The kid's done it for years. It's not just like just now. This kid's done it for years. And I'm saying a good, like, 4 or 5 years. Like, just when TikTok started and everything, this is how he used to do it. He used to have a big 200k page and everything, act like he had all this and everything. He had a scabby little flat. You could see his kids a couple of times a week and stuff like that. And then he lost it all and everything, honestly. And he used to go around in a group called PLM. Yeah. And if I don't know if any of you lot know what PLM stands for, do you? It means
we all know over here. We know.
Oh, was he a part of that?
He was, yeah.
He was with
yeah.
He was with Purple Aki and stuff like that and everybody else and stuff, and then tried denying it and stuff like that. But the guy, I'm going to be honest with you, yeah, before any of this all occurred like this, there was a girl called Riri, yeah? I'm going to try and I think her name is called Rihanna Walton, yeah? He used to stalk the life, and I mean sit at the bottom of her street, say to people, do you think it's a good idea? I'll go and knock on and just try and speak to her. Bear in mind, this girl's told him to leave her alone, yeah?
A lot of people in the chat are saying, yeah, he used to battle with Purple Aki all the time.
Yeah, listen, the guy...
Sorry, chat, can you just, like, people saying he wants to come in, he's not coming in, so tell him absolutely not. Stop coming over and saying it. Piss off.
Yeah, he's a bit of a wronger, you know he is. Even his brother is. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's living in a camper van, but then stalking people sitting at the bottom of their streets and everything. But then one minute he uses his kids saying, because this is how I caught him out a few months ago. I went into one of his lives and he was asking for 30 quid. Then it went up to 50 quid. Then he said he had to pay for his kid's trip or something like that. And he was like, look, I'll show you me sending the money to my kid's school trip. But then when it come to it, someone sent him 50 quid and then he put another 50 quid banner up.
Didn't he, can I just clarify as well, yeah, because I actually, something's just come to my head. Sorry, Ryder, I'll get straight back to you in a second, yeah, but didn't he say his dog was dying and he had to pay vet bills or something? And
listen, he'd use anything,
all the money for that, and then he didn't have to pay for the dog bill or something. It was some madness to do with it like that.
The guy couldn't even fight.
3K.
The guy couldn't even fight in his sleep, and all he does, yeah, is literally scrounge money off every single woman. It's mad, like literally is mad. Like, the guy is a complete wrong'un and stuff like that. But ask yourself this, yeah? If he can get 50 quid a day, let's just average it up, yeah? Just say 5 days, 250 quid, yeah? Where does it go? Because listen, I can go and do a shop for 100 to 130 quid, live off that for like a week, 2 weeks nearly, yeah? Bear in mind on my own.
It's going up his nose, isn't it?
And still have money to put in the tank, you know?
Yeah.
It's hectic. But listen, I didn't want to jump in and spoil your time and everything. Listen, you lot do what you got to do.
No, we just make people aware of this guy, innit?
Yeah, he's done it for years and everything, yeah? Like, and he has done it for years. But listen, if a woman wants to go do something, yeah, go and do yourself a favour. Go to a police station, yeah? Ask for a Claire's Law, yeah? You can't disclose anything, obviously. But listen, I wouldn't care less. I'll just tell everybody about it.
Yeah, no, it's one of them ones that can't...
You only get a slap on the wrist. You only get a slap on the wrist. Nothing actually happens.
As long as people are aware he's on it, that's the main thing, because that just means anyone who comes in contact with him can then just go ahead and do that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah. Well, if anyone's got the bollocks, just do it. Yeah. No worries. Listen, I'm off because I'm going to gym. See you later, people.
Alright, so
later.
Right, Ryder. Sorry about that. Go on, Ryder.
That was a quick 2 minutes, wasn't it? So yeah, anyway, I pulled up and I thought I'd just ask him what charity he was collecting for. Because he'd made out the lights that he'd put on his van were all out of his pocket, but we all know who paid for those lights, right? Because he'd been begging for money previously. And, you know, I was in my car. I didn't get out my car. I just said to him, oh, hi, you're so-and-so from TikTok, aren't you? I said, you've just been down my road and I'm just wondering if you're collecting for charity, what's the number? Who's your contact? You know, I said, because we've got QR codes up everywhere and it literally doesn't even come to anyone in the street. It goes straight to the charity. I said, so who are you collecting for? And I said, and did you scan the QR code and give the street any? Because you're out there filming without our consent. And he said to me, oh, I'm collecting for St. Peter's because because of a baby loss. And I said, right, okay, so who? And then he got all defensive and I said, you know what, please don't scam people. There's genuine people that do nice things for the children of the world and, you know, to make things better for people that haven't got as much. And I said, there's people like you going around scamming. I said, and I don't think it's right. So I didn't realise he was still on live. And as I drove off, my daughter had seen him. He'd actually put my registration on his live. So I then swung round. I said, listen, please don't put my details out on live. I don't appreciate that. I haven't approached you aggressively. And basically, for about 2 hours afterwards, he slandered me all over the internet on his TikTok platform, and calling me some really nice names.
I recorded that, Ryder. I've got that.
Yeah, so I mean, I know people can't do a lot with a license plate, but that's my personal, you know, that worried me, and I didn't give him consent to do that.
Sorry, I recorded that incident with you.
Sorry, just to confirm.
That's what I was going to say. You can confirm this right now.
I contacted St Peter's Hospital in Chertsey.
Yeah, I saw your live yesterday.
Yeah, and they have said that that they had not received any funds. He wouldn't answer my question directly. I was later told that the money has not, the GoFundMe has not ended, and the reason that it hadn't gone over is because it hadn't reached the target. However, as far as I'm aware, there has been funds taken out of it, and there has been a request and everything sent into GoFundMe for a Freedom of Information Act on regards to the money that's gone in and out.
Yeah, no, listen, I think all I've jumped in for, I watched your live yesterday, and obviously I watched No Face, and I thought, you know what, I'm a pensioned lady. I don't want to get involved in drama. I don't do live streams. I like to watch. EQ's my favourite. Sorry to people that don't like her, but you know what, how he spoke to me of my age and what he did and risked my safety, all for the fact that I said, please don't scam people, you know, please don't make out you're giving money to charity because you've lost a baby.
That charity money that people keep talking about, he apparently used to go off and do his teeth. I can't confirm that, but apparently that's where that money went.
Yeah, apparently that's where some of it went, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. But yeah, like I said, if Pennywise has got the video, it wasn't very nice. It wasn't a horrible interaction. It wasn't, you know, I didn't go there to out him. I just happened to be going out, and I saw him, and I just thought, I'm going to approach you because I don't like people that scam charities.
Can I just ask, hold on 1 second. Scott, we know you're listening, you little bitch. Are you going to pay back all this money to all these women? Are you going to unblock them and pay back all this money?
Regardless,
I'm going to jump down, mate.
I'm in the fucking right or the wrong, you're still going to fucking make your own fucking opinions up.
He was saying this at the beginning.
Regardless
of... they're not even listening. But the gist of this is, people, that
I'm going to jump down, No Face. Thank you for letting me out.
Thank you. Every woman he's come across, he's abused in one type of way. He's either fleeced them, he's abused them, he's took their nudes and threatened to use them against them. There's so many women that want to talk up but are scared because he's reached out to them and said, if you speak on any of these platforms, I'm going to dox all of your... Well, Pennywise, can you just confirm what's been said?
Yeah, I've had a few messages from people who say they won't come into the box because he's got things on them and he will out them. He's out at addresses before of girls. I've seen him on live doing it, and they're scared to come forward because he could show other things as well, and that's understandable, really, that people won't do that. So they won't come forward because they're frightened.
Yeah, they're frightened.
He's a
and he
dangerous
starts
man.
saying he's going to unalive himself or he's going to hurt himself. His mental health's that bad. Like,
He should have fucking done it a long time ago instead of going on about it year after year.
I was added to a group chat, which Pennywise can confirm, where there is photo evidence of bank transactions, other transactions, messages between him. Yeah, loads of them, messages between him and multiple different women, and it's the same talk. And then, as you've heard, there was 3 women in them bottom boxes earlier. All 3 of them were talking, and it turns out that the one in the middle box was actually seeing him, while the lady Little Red went on a date with him, and Barbara was her name or something, Amanda, was doing some next shit with him in messages. Like, are you mad? That's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's mad. Mary, how we doing? Does Mary know she's in the box?
I'm not sure. I did ask her in the comments. Mary M, do you know you're...
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. No, I didn't.
No, it's all right. I didn't know. I just muted you when you come in because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
If his fan...
Emma Silo is requesting. Are you meaning to request? And Lorna, I don't...
I'm just gonna... 1 second. Let me go into this. Can people let people in? If they are here for that. Oh, where are we? I'm just going into that chat quickly. So these are the sort of messages that he sends. Oh, hold on.
You lot, if you're requesting the box, can you just say box in the comments, please? If it's someone who's had dealings with Scott and he's manipulated you, he's had money from you, can you just put box in comments?
And this is this message he sends to multiple different women. Hey, please, £50 to book somewhere for me and my kids. I'm struggling so bad. I'll show you after I've done it. I'm so upset. Please, please. Always using the kids. Always.
Is there someone in the box called Bubbles that's on private?
1 second. Look. Yeah, there is. 1 second. I'll let her in. I'll just thingy put this back.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello?
Bubbles.
Hi,
Hi, sorry.
Hiya. Hi, Alicia. I just want to let you know that basically, you know, when we had the hot weather, like, because Scott lives around my area, like Reading, Calcott area, he was on live begging for water and stuff and said he hasn't had drink or food. So I offered to come and bring it to him, and he said no, that he just needs some cash. From there, I knew straight away. Hello?
Sorry, Bubbles, 1 sec, sorry. So, he had already borrowed £100 off someone, yeah? And then just went quiet. Then he randomly she's like, he must have messaged, she's like, yeah, hey, I'm okay, thanks, you're stressed, you okay? Not too bad. And then he straight away, can you lend me some money? I'm struggling in a bad position. She's like, not really, you already owe me £100. He's like, I know, but I'm really struggling. I need it for my kids. Again, the kids. Everything's kids. Because he knows that pulling on the heartstrings of people who have kids, single mums, they're gonna do it. Like, it's absolutely mad. Let me get the other ones up. Got a little 10-minute visibility. 1 sec. Just going for the message. Is there anyone else who should be in the box?
I'll just let them in and ask them because no one's responding to me in the comments. Oh, she's not in. Tinks, did you mean to request? No. Sasha, Carla, Sasha's asking if you can read her messages. Oh, I think she said before actually that she can't.
I can't.
Another
I'm on my
one.
phone.
And this was
I'm in the box.
literally, was this today? Was this today? Can someone confirm was this one
Yeah,
today?
that is.
This message was someone he sent someone today. Look how he approached them. Send me £20, please. I really need some drinks.
Yeah, Bubbles just got up in the box and said that he said on the live once that he was there, he didn't have nothing to drink, so she offered to take some drinks to him, that she lived nearby, but what he really wanted was cash.
Yeah, and then look, another one. Hey, can you send me a tenner? I'm gonna break down. I've got my kids with me. Every single time, every single woman he approaches for money, he uses his child. Every single time.
Also, just to
That's
point
4
out,
messages.
a lot of the women that have come forward, it has all had dealings with him within the last 6 months. There's a few from obviously before, but a lot of the women that have come forward to me, this has been very, very recent, which means he would have still been
In that
with the lady
relationship.
that was in the box earlier.
Exactly that. Right, hold on, I'm just trying to find I'm trying not to dox any numbers, put that behind there a minute.
Also, the GoFundMe was put into his little sidekick that is obsessed with him, Dawn. It's in her name, not his.
Yeah, so look, that's £45 on, well, two separate transactions that some lady had sent him as well. That's someone completely different. Let me just put over that for a minute. What else have we got?
I've got messages here as well where he's saying to a lady about so she's had a reading, she's given him a bit of money, then he's just constantly on her saying, you need another reading, you need another reading, you need to get the money together to get another reading.
Right, and that makes sense what that Bex was saying. That was it.
Yeah,
Bex?
and constantly
sorry.
asking for more money. Foxy Red, it's all right, I've got it here. So saying, can you send me 20? I'm doing a ghost hunt tonight. I can't get there. I'm struggling bad. I need £50. There's loads of it on here. Foxy, you can show it if you want, but we can't expand the box to show it properly.
Let me just get him back here a minute. So listen, people, all this was just to make you all aware of what this guy's about. So if he's in your DMs, or he tries to jump in your DMs, or you see him live, he's just a scammer. That's all he is. He's an outright scammer. And he's done it to multiple women. And unfortunately, the ones that have gave him stuff won't ever see that again. But at least they've come up and they've spoken to stop any of you from fucking falling victim as well. I'll say, should we have a listen to what he's got to say?
Or they deleted. Scott's already said that.
And as I've said, not once within this live have I spoken about relationships that he's claiming that were love relationships between all these women. Yeah, we haven't. I couldn't care about that. The bit where he was in a relationship with pretty much 3 girls at one time, all 3 bottom boxes, that's wild as fuck. But that's down to them. What this main thing was about was to show you that he ain't there for anything other than your money, your house, and fucking whatever he can get out of you. Because he's doing it to multiple women at the same time. There's so many people in the box. Should I just start letting people in?
Yeah.
And if they've got something to say, they've got something to say. If not, get dropped.
explicit images yesterday.
Oh fuck.
Vicky, did you mean to request?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
That's all right.
Someone check Spooky's
Jasmine?
hard drive. Jasmine,
Yeah.
are you meant to be here?
Oh, my feet touching this disgusting stone.
Fucking hell. Tell your boyfriend you're on TikTok. He was a bit noisy. Well, who's next?
Golden apples. Do we have any diamond apples? We only have one diamond apple.
Alan,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Don't you think it's about time that TikTok got the fucking act together and stopped all these beggars?
Unfortunately, mate, TikTok is a business platform. That's never going to happen.
I'm not really bothered by
You
it.
just have to
But you don't have...
Alan, we don't run
off your
TikTok,
pop, Alan.
sweetheart.
And we ain't
Not
fucking
today.
admin. If you've got a problem with TikTok, go and write them an email. All right? Jeez, fucking hell. So many times, Alan, I don't mean to be rude, mate, but Alan, we've tried so many times to approach TikTok about these issues. They don't give a fuck. They see money, they love the money, they don't care. That's why you just have to go and take it into your own hands and just make everyone aware of who these people are. All right, who's next? Jerry?
I didn't mean to request, I'm sorry. And I couldn't get...
Now it's turned into a Jeremy Kyle show. All right, who's next? Ethan.
Hi, I'm Steve. I wanted to talk to Alan.
Oh. Oh, was that TJ? Oh shit, I didn't even skip TJ out.
Hello.
Hi, Leslie Ann.
Hiya. See that man that's up there, by the way, he sent me a friend's request. I went into his broadcast one day. He was playing the Ouija board and then it got up, started dancing. He messaged me saying he was a psychic medium. I thought, wait a wee minute here. Right? Now then, these people, bang, they sent me money and I'll give you a reading. So I thought, no, there's something definitely dodgy.
Oh, don't know what happened there. Sorry. I don't have a translator to hand at the moment, darling, so I can't.
Can I just say, someone just said in the chat that he said he's going to out all the women's messages, just so he knows if he does that, he will be arrested, because one, you're not allowed to show WhatsApp messages, and two, if you're showing actual things, that's highly illegal. So try it, Scott. Don't threaten people here, because we know what we're talking about, you little bell end.
Imagine kicking me off the top row.
M?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Basically, I know this guy from like.
You're a 00 account. You don't have an opinion unless you come in on your real account, sorry. Harry, you've got cheap internet and you're not loading. Red Flames, how we doing?
I feel like I'm on a TikTok roller coaster.
Mad. Yeah, Em, how can I allow you to come up and have a say on someone with your 00 account when like it can't be backed up? Come on, let's be real now. It just makes the whole thing a mockery then, doesn't it? Why are your gifts turned off? Because we was having a serious discussion, see? Yeah, Ethan, I did try and put you in the box, but it wasn't loading. Yeah, I can't.
Em might be. You should let Em in because she might be.
No, because of it. Yeah, but that don't matter. I can't be letting a 00 account in and listening to that, because then it becomes a thing of like they listen to a 00 account. Like it just makes a mockery of the whole thing. I can't do it. I've never done it before. I'm not going to start. I understand she could be someone that's thingying, but I can't put someone on a 00 account.
Hello?
Hi, Shannon. I saw your comments earlier in the chat.
Yeah, sorry, I've been trying to just,
Every time
for myself to come up.
I'm not a victim. I'll just be really quick and I'll jump out. But I don't know if people are aware, but ages ago when he first started TikTok, he used to go live when he worked as an ambulance driver. I don't know if people are aware that he used to work in the NHS.
No.
And he was going through like a breakup, a bad breakup, as he said, and he was saying that he was going to unalive himself. He was crying, and this was why he was working under the NHS as an ambulance driver, as a transporter. That's all I needed to say. So I just wanted people to be aware of that as well. So yeah, if you can kick me out, No Face, thank you.
No worries. Thanks for coming up.
That's okay.
As in, he actually worked for the NHS, or he pretended to. I wonder.
How was doing, Shannon?
Yeah, sorry, I'm really nervous.
That's right.
Right, so basically, Scott popped up on TikTok, basically saying that he was struggling with his life. So obviously, I was just trying to give him a bit of advice on how to help. He wanted my number to obviously move to WhatsApp, and I said I don't use that. So he suggested Instagram, which I agreed to. We was talking on there, and it got very disgusting quick, like mentioning my boobs and stuff, which I did try and shut down, but he carried on. A few days later, he was messaging me basically saying he needs somewhere to stay. 1 minute.
Take your time, Shannon. Take your time.
Sorry, I'm really trying to get through this. This is so traumatizing.
Listen, Shannon, don't do it if you don't want to do it.
No, I want to spread awareness because it's just, you know, it's traumatizing a lot of people. So he popped up a couple of days later, basically saying that he's really struggling with his life and that he wanted to, you know, unalive himself and stuff like that. And he asked me to stay, if he could stay at mine, which I said no. But obviously, he just kept saying, well, I'm going to go and, you know, unalive myself and I'm struggling, I've got nothing to live for and stuff like that, which I honestly did think he was going to go and do it. So I agreed, and he drove 7 hours, and obviously on the way up to me, he was basically saying for me to watch his live, and he made me a mod, and he was basically begging on the live, giving a sob story, and then after the live he was laughing, saying that, well, that's how it's done, that's how it's easy, you know, and how dumb people are on this app. And obviously he was wanting like inappropriate pictures from me. I felt uncomfortable, but I felt like I couldn't say no because I actually thought he was going to go and unalive himself. And it would be obviously because of me. 1 minute. Obviously, when he did stay at mine, he brought his dog. He was very disrespectful while at mine, to the point where I said if he carried on, he'd have to leave. And then obviously in the morning, he said, oh, can I have some money and I'll go shop and I'll get us both a drink. So I lent him some money to obviously get us a drink, and then he just left and just went home. But obviously as soon as I found that out, that he did have a girlfriend, then obviously that's when I did message her.
Well, fair play for you to come up and saying that, Shannon.
Yeah, sorry, that was so
well done, Shannon, because I saw you saying before that you were scared to come up, and I completely understand it.
Yeah, that was absolutely terrifying. Yeah. I'm so sorry about that.
And for the people that are saying he's showing receipts at some of the accounts,
there's no receipts because
there's not.
Well, I don't have receipts.
Yeah, these are people that have met him in real life. People that have actually been there, and he's took the money from. So that's irrelevant.
because he moved over to obviously Instagram, and the messages delete straight away on Instagram. So obviously that's when people are saying, you know, show the receipts. I don't have them, but he's come to my house. And it's
he's
really...
saying, he's claiming people are intimidating him, making pages of his PayPal. Nah, that's not right.
No one cares if he is. Red Flame, did you mean to request?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to check. I just
Right,
didn't want
thank
to
you.
interrupt
I'm going to
Shannon.
jump down anyway.
No, it's
Big up, Shannon.
Thank you.
Well done, darling.
Thanks.
Go on, Red.
I just wanted to say, was it last year that he also brought a bouncy castle to do kids' entertainment as well? So I don't know if people are aware of that as well.
I'm not sure. I think he's probably tried a lot of different things to make money and scam people and whatnot. I think there's a lot of things that have come up. Like people have been saying as well about the Ouija board. Is it real? It's not real. I'll say that confidently.
No, he's done
the
that
readings
before.
are not real. The Ouija boards are not real. He's just doing what he can to scam money out of vulnerable people. And you can hear people are coming up. Shannon's just said she's traumatized. These are people who this has affected them a lot.
No, I totally get that. You know, I have been in lives with him where he said about the Ouija board and you can speak to people, and I have been there. I haven't actually done it myself, but I have been in the lives where he's mentioned, obviously, send me payment on in PayPal, and, you know, we can have a private reading, etc. But it was just another one, like, say, with the children's stuff. I don't know if you was all aware, no, because notice in the comments, people are mentioning it, that they was aware. But he also did the charity thing. I don't know if that was actually for charity. When he did all the lights on his van, he claimed that was for a children's charity.
He
Whether or
didn't
not
buy the
it
bouncy
was.
castle. Dawn did.
Pardon?
The bouncy castle thing. He didn't buy that. Dawn bought it for him.
Oh, was it? Because I was wanting to hire it myself, but then, you know, there were a couple of red flags. Like, he wanted my address, he wanted the payment up front, and it was all, so I didn't go through with it. But that was all I wanted to say. But
if I'm honest, I'll be straight with you. The whole reading and getting money for readings and stuff like that, I couldn't give a fuck about.
No.
I really couldn't. Not your story. I'm not saying. I'm just saying in general. I couldn't give a fuck because of. If people are willing to do that, that's up to them. If they feel that there is some sort of psychic power within this geezer, even though it just appeared overnight. Do you know what I mean? But I'm more worried about the women that he's jumping into their inbox, trying to love bomb them and then taking their money off them.
Yeah,
we've got messages where there's a lady that's begging him for the £100 back because she's a single mum with kids and she's got no money herself to survive. And he's out buying them fucking Ouija boards or whatever they're called. And she's saying to him, but you've just bought a new Ouija board. And he's like, no, I made it. But he weren't on it. He was on live saying that he just bought it. While
Just a few things, like, say,
struggling
with
with her kids and that.
They're not adding up, are they? He's trying to make everyone feel sorry for him, and it's not happening because there's quite a lot of victims. God bless you all if you are in here. You know, well done for getting away, because this is a nasty man.
Has M requested again? Because she has messaged me off of her real account. She just didn't want.
Yeah, as long as like I said, as long as
I've sent you the screenshot.
I was going to say, because the problem is we can't run with fake accounts, and I messaged the group chat where people know certain people, and they said they didn't know who it was, so that's why they weren't allowed up. But if they've messaged off of their real one and you know it's real, then they're fine to get up.
I will drop down though. Thank you very much. No thanks.
No worries. But before she does get up, can I just show this? Hold on. So he had been on live and obviously just bought one of them, I can't even say it, Ouija board or Ouija's, however it goes. And she messaged him saying, "Hi Scott, but do you think you can pay me anything off what you owe me?" Didn't answer, she put question mark, question mark. He's like, as soon as I'm struggling right right now. And then she's like, you tell me you're struggling, but you're buying ghost hunting equipment. I'm not being rude, but I need the money back. And then he just goes on to like mug her off. And she says like, I'm a single mum with kids. Like, can you pay it back? And he blocks her. Blocks her. It's fucking mad.
I'm really sorry. I forgot.
Let me know when you're doing the Ouija board. I don't want to miss it. I hope the gifts helped you a bit earlier. And then he must have asked for money, and then she said, did the money go in? He's like, free, just got it banned for 10 minutes. I've literally got no fuel. I need £20. And then they're like, oh, okay. He's like, it's so shit. And then starts going on with his manipulation tactics. I've got mental health. Like, it's fucking wild. The messages are mad.
Sorry, I forgot to read this a bit of Beth's statement because I had to write it out by hand because I couldn't read it on the phone. So I missed a bit on the other page. She just wanted me to quickly read it out. She just said, I wanted to thank Alex for letting me talk yesterday to the crypt and everyone that supported in the live and messages. No Face for listening to my statement today. Observer, Carla Jane, Missy Kins for hearing my story and supporting me throughout. I appreciate you all. Sorry, I missed that bit out.
Is M back in the box yet?
I'll have a look, hold on.
No, not yet.
I think it's a private account, so we can't see it. That's why I'm
looking,
on his case.
Yeah, M. Right, first off, apologies, M, but like I said, I can't just allow any fake account links. It just makes a mockery. But now we know
I
you're
think
not
that's
fake
okay.
one.
No, I get that.
Go on, the stage is yours.
Basically, back in like 2020, it must have been like pretty much just after lockdown, really. I had a Snapchat request from him, but he went under the name of Inky. Didn't really think much of it, accepted it, whatever. And at the time, I had Snapchat maps, but I don't have that anymore because I don't have Snapchat anymore. And I was, as he said, I was close to his location. Did I want to meet up with him? And I was like, oh, I don't know who you are. Don't really feel comfortable with that. But he was quite persistent, saying, oh, you know, just meet up as friends, whatever. So I remember being on the phone to my friend and she was like, just stay on the phone to me, meet up with him, we'll just see what he has to say. And then it sounds a bit stupid, really, to go meet up with someone you don't really know. He was just so strange, made me feel really, really uncomfortable. I did tell him on a number of occasions, you're making me feel uncomfortable, but he just sort of laughed off and was like, ha 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 ha, yeah, all right then. He tried to hold my hand a few times and I pulled away. He asked for me to kiss him. I was like, absolutely not. And then I was like, right, I'm going to go. This isn't really a bit of me. So he followed me back to my car. When I got back in the car, obviously I'd been on my phone to my friend the whole time, and she was like, just get out of there, this is weird. She could hear the whole conversation going on. Because I was driving, obviously I hadn't been on my phone, so I wasn't able to message him back. And when I got home, the vile messages that he'd sent to me telling me to kill myself because I hadn't replied to him, telling me I was a slag, that I was vile, just crazy messages. In the end, he actually blocked me because I'd just been reading messages and not replying. And then obviously I hadn't said anything for 6 years, and then earlier on this year I saw him on a live. And I did go in my main account and I actually messaged him. I was like, ha 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 ha, oh my god, I can't believe it's you. But then I didn't know anything about him, about all of this rubbish. I knew he didn't see his children back in 2020, but I didn't know any of this stuff.
That's absolutely wild. It just gets, and do you know what? People can't say anything because this is multiple women all saying the same stories.
Yeah, that's it.
All of them.
But he was just such a strange character. I don't want to speak like nasty of people, but he had really horrible teeth. He wasn't well looked after. He clearly just wanted someone to be with him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he
But
just wanted a roof over his head, didn't he?
That's it. And obviously at the time I was only 20 then, so I was a little bit naive and a little bit like, oh, I'll just meet up with him anyway. But it was just the whole, like, I said goodbye, got in my car, drove off straight away, and I remember speeding off to make sure that he couldn't catch up with me just in case. And yeah, the messages of like just awful abuse because I hadn't replied to him and as quick as he wanted me to was crazy.
It's wild. Well, fair play for you for coming up and obviously telling people, because people do need to be aware of what he's actually doing and how many people he's done it to, because it is, like I said, it's a repeated thing.
Yeah, he's just a vile person. He'll never be any different anyway.
The more
I've seen
people that
loads of
speak
them.
up, the better.
Yeah, that's it.
And another thing as well, like, I don't want to sound like I'm talking down to anyone when I say this, but like, ladies, be careful. Do you know what I mean? You don't know these people. Like, don't be letting these people come into your space straight away after sending you messages, because of these are the sort of people that are doing that. Like, and it just, yeah, just keep your wits about you.
Just you got to be careful, like, on the internet. And I'd never victim blame. People have been, they've been muted, but you've got to be careful, especially with people who are claiming they're mediums and they're doing Ouija boards, because they're kind of reaching out to the trauma that you're going through and the grief you're going through. If I saw a lot of people saying that they'd lost babies and he had said things, and lost parents and he had said things, and this is just a money maker for him. People just need to be so careful with these ponces on the app, and that's what they are. They're ponces. He doesn't work. He's just a ponce.
And just remember as well, people, like, his psychic powers come out of nowhere, all right?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't saying that he's had this whole time. His psychic powers have just come out of nowhere. So just don't believe this shit. If you see him live doing these psychic readings, just make people aware.
But because he's tried all these different things. I went live with him in like 2022, and I used to just troll people lightly, you know me. And I was saying stuff to him, and it ended up that he was screaming at me. G Crew was mates with him, I think, at the time, or they would argue, and I can't remember. And he was screaming at me that he was going to court to see his kids and that. And I was saying to him about being on Claire's Law and whatnot, and he was like proper triggered, screaming at me. And it turns out that he couldn't see his kids, so I was trying to find the recording, but I couldn't because it was so long ago.
So I just want to find this post quickly, yeah? Because G Crew, as you know, G Crew knows this man. Yeah, and G Crew can back up what's about to be said now. Just bear with me. Where is it? Right. I know Scotty asked to borrow money. He also stole 12k off my friend's sister. He got a serious C addiction as well, 2 bags a day, and he gives his dogs, I ain't gonna say feedback, but like, he done matey boy out of 12k. Someone G Crew knows. But he's a little wrong one. Absolutely wrong.
Have you got a picture of all his account names?
Yes, they're there. Oh, you won't really see it because there's a thing there. That's in there.
Where? Oh yeah, right. So if you
Valentine's
if you screenshot them, they're his accounts that we know of. There might be more. If you screenshot them and block them.
All right, let me just show you this quickly. I just need to show you these thingies.
Put the Platchet Boys up there too.
Yeah, I'll do that one after. Let me just do this. Right, so this post got put out. This video here, yeah? Oh, it ain't even gonna let me show the comments. Why is it not letting me show the comments? If you go and have a look at this post, I'll tell you the account name it's on. The amount of women that are on that post is unreal. There's about 30 women in the comments saying yes, I've had interactions with him, or he's had money out of me, or stay away from him, he's such a wrong one. Like, it's fucking absolutely wild. Just, there's 81 comments, and 81 of them comments are people going in saying he's a fucking wrong one. Absolutely wild.
And can I just say, the people that are going over there and running to him saying, this person's saying this person's saying that, you're putting people potentially in danger, you freaks. What's wrong with you? Like, honestly, this app will never cease to amaze me. The way people act. Like you're booty clapping for someone who's just taking all your money, you freaks.
Let's have a listen to what old Scotty girl's got to say.
Not fucking forced anybody to give him money. If they wanted to give him money, they've given.
It don't.
I'm going to start
Listen.
saying names here, right?
And like we said, nobody had their hands forced to give her money. No, but he asked to borrow the money, and in every message, like I've just proved to you, he used his kids to do that. Yeah. In other messages, he said he was going to unalive himself. Like, he literally used manipulation tactics to get that money. And
I was going to say,
what
it's
he did was
literally
never paid them. Yeah, then never paid them that money back. So it don't fucking matter whether someone give it to him. He manipulated it out of them. It
And
ain't
just
like he turned around and said, "Oh, any chance I can borrow £20 off you, but I don't think I'm going to be able to give it you back." That's completely different.
Just FYI, Lottie at the top, who's going to record a Claire's Law, that's illegal, first of all, so I'll report you for that. And yeah, that's not what Claire's Law is for. Claire's Law is to protect women from abusive people, and men. Men can use it as well, but it's to protect people from abusers and people who have things on their record. It's not to show shit on TikTok. We've proven that this man is a manipulator. And if you do that, I'll report you heavily, you bitch.
The lady that was with him for 6 months, so let me give you a rundown as well. He was with a lady for 6 months, the last 6 months. She done a Claire's Law on him, and her words were that when she did the Claire's Law and spoke to the officers, the stuff that he had already told her had watered it down for her already. So that tells you that there was something clearly on that Claire's Law. All right,
Yeah,
that
it shows any arrests, any convictions of violent behaviour. So, but regardless, nobody should be using that in that way just to prove a point. Prove a point of what? No, not Janice, not you. People were saying that there was people running over there saying the names of people that are saying stuff in this chat. That's putting people potentially in danger because people are scared because he's been threatening them.
No face. Emma in the box has said she used to speak to him on Snapchat.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the box up. It takes a while to load on it.
She's
no one else in it.
Yeah, she's not requesting anymore.
Right, let's listen to what he's got to say anyway. This
Not even slandering me. People are falling out with and had disagreements with.
Oh, RJ, how's that a form of abuse? Do you even know what abuse actually means? Clearly not.
AD.
I have these moments.
AD.
Hello, you alright?
Yeah, you good, G?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Can I just say I've been waiting for this day, for this piece of shit to be outed on this app?
If you take it, you know of him then?
Well, I had him on Snapchat a while ago, and it were just the, repetitive videos, him in the shower and everything. I mean, I've not been a victim of him asking for money or anything, but can I just make a point as well? Can you remember a few months ago when there was a lady that he were having a bit of beef, let's say, with, and it was to do with him spreading STIs around or something?
No shit, no.
Yeah. I'll have to try and find out what her name was, but have you noticed how, like, in the last few months as well, he's got all these lumps all over his body? So that in itself is fucking disgusting. Like, it's really... yeah, everything else, what he's done, but it boils my piss, to put it quite frankly, how he speaks about women and to women. And I just wanted to pop on and say I'm so glad that all this awareness has been, brought on here.
We were just giving the people a platform. That's all we've done. Because at the end of the day, what he does is, because he does have a few accounts with few followers on, he uses that against them and says, like, if you talk, I'll go to my platform and I'll ruin you.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's threatening people and threatening to put messages out and saying that he'll release sexual messages that he's had with people.
Oh, dear me. It's like this.
And the one person he's directing that one at is at someone like the lady who got in the box and said that she had a husband at the same time as she was mentioning him, and that's the sort of thing he's on about. So he's doing it in a blackmail way.
Yeah, do you know what really, really, really irritates me, and it probably all does you as well, is why is there still so many women that are enabling him, and just why are they believing him? I don't understand.
I've always found that with this app, where you're outing people for scamming, manipulating, etc. There's always groups of people, and it will go full circle because he'll do the same to them. Then another group will come along, and it's like the worst of the worst on this app have support.
They do, but like I said, they'll come around, they'll get ripped off by him. He'll soon start dropping from all of them. The other thing you have to take note of is community are different people constantly, and the reason for that is because of he's literally getting into all their inboxes and he's asking for money. Some of them, you've got to remember, there's going to be people that haven't come forward, don't want to come forward because they feel stupid for what's happened, which they shouldn't do. But this has been going on since 2020.
Yeah,
and if you don't take note of what the three ladies who were in the bottom box, because that was very important, the three ladies that were in that bottom box was a big thing, because of, as we said, he was in a relationship, a full-blown relationship with the lady in the middle box, while being in her house, using her bath. He was sending messages to the girl he was taking a date on, who was in the left box, and then was also sending them same pictures while he was in the bath to Amanda, who he was trying to take out as well.
Oh my God, what is
so that's
wrong
free. That was like, do you not know? Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
Do you know what as well, right? I don't like, he's just doing some mad shit, like everything, but this with his dog as well, like in a heat wave, why is he putting his dog in a red hot van?
No.
Like,
do you know
that's
what it is?
cool.
It's, I don't want to even speak on dog thing because it pissed me off before. I tried to tell people about when he was doing that GoFundMe or something. He was trying to raise, he wanted £3,000 because he said his dog was nearly dying.
Oh.
Yeah. And then said the vets had said to him, if you don't get the £3,000, they weren't going to perform the operation that the dog needed to survive. And he was saying that the dog was that fucked. And then as soon as he got the money, the dog was fucking in his van and was perfectly fine the next day.
Is this the same dog?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Frenchie.
There's always something, like, he should not be allowed on the top.
He never actually paid the vets either, did he? A few people think. And then he also, like I said, he raised money for, was it St Ormond Street? And then he never paid it. It was one of them places. Raised money for that, never paid that over.
Yeah, it's always him and his bodyguard, Dawn, as well.
Yeah, like the lady who was with him for 6 months, just a little lady down there, she said she looked after his dog.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
St Peter's, and she's aware that obviously the vet didn't get paid.
I've just had a message from someone who was speaking to him on Snapchat, and he was sending pictures, videos in the shower, pictures of his privates and whatnot. He kept asking her to meet him. She kept saying, no, I've got children. I can't leave my children, etc., etc. And he was like, just leave them on their own and come and meet me. And then when she wouldn't, he said to her to unalive her children and herself. Like, he was driving down to where she was to try and meet her and telling her to leave her kids on their own. And obviously she didn't. And yeah.
Repeated thing again. How many women have come forward and said this? That's 6 I know of this evening that have said the same thing. Come on now. Like, people need to open their eyes and realise that this geezer's just a nut job that needs a roof over his head.
There's multiple women.
What area is he from?
Look at him, look at his whole persona. Look at his, like, let's
What's
be
he
real,
saying?
yeah? No, just, I'll get him on that. Who's echoing? I think it's you, Alicia, yeah. Like, he's got dry mouth, he's completely fucked. Look at his face. Like, his whole persona's changed.
There's girls saying, you know what? Fucking God knows who in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. If it was someone else, they would have outed him by now.
Yeah, some people probably have like got
100%.
pictures and like outed it. Do you know what I mean?
There'd be other men now saying, you know what? Yeah, I've got fucking hell. Look at a picture. I've got. She sent me this. They would be defending their name. They would defend their name in that aspect by showing proof that they've both done that to each other. But I don't want to. One, I don't want to disrespect the girl on the live like that. I don't even want to say the names. It takes 2 people. We've both done it. We're both adults. We're both adults doing it.
The police been involved for what?
Thing is, it's not the 2 adults sharing pictures or whatever. That's up to them. It's all the other things around it, in terms of manipulation of money, the freakiness of traveling to people, the types of messages.
This is what I was about to say. Like, sorry, I was muted. So, like, can you confirm that when I fired this live up, I said I don't give a fuck about the messages, sexual ones, or photos that have been sent between 2 consensual adults? Yeah, that's 2 consensual adults. What the problem was him using them photos against the women. Yeah, and then that was that only issue. The rest of it was all down to his manipulation. That's what it was, and he's trying to deflect now by trying to say, but this is this and this, that. That wasn't the point, and that hasn't ever been the point within this. So shut your fucking mouth.
And just so he's aware, if he is to release those messages and pictures or any of these things, he will be arrested.
Look, my whole name, my full address, everything.
Okay, what's her name?
He really don't want me to start fucking doing stupid shit right now, because I swear to you, I'll do it.
Can we let Foxy talk? Because she's it's taken her a lot to request.
Rise up.
Call you.
Okay, right, my heart's pounding. Like I've been through all of this before. I've been through all this before with somebody else on here from Thailand. He has caused me a hell of a lot of trouble, and one of his video, this man used to stalk me around the app after this. He also messaged Scotty and got a load of information out of Scotty, and then made loads of videos about that. But that's what has silenced me from talking, because they're making out that I'm the problem when I was just a friend to these people.
You're not the problem. You're not the problem at all. So this is the platform now. Listen, you've got 2.1k people in there. Tell them your story. Don't take that power away from him, because he's a little fucking knob who's trying to use a platform and his little thingies. Yeah, I know about his moderator as well, the one that's fucking running round.
No, it's not the moderator.
And what's her name? But just out it. Say how it is.
It's the other man involved that is in contact with Scotty that has caused me a lot of trouble around the app, and that's why I haven't wanted to talk about this, because of the trouble that I've had.
Listen,
I've had
Fox, you need
I've had
to remember, this is an app.
Yes, yes, Bex.
None of these people on here are any higher up than you. So have your say. If they've tried to shut you up, have your say now. Do it.
I've had about 30 videos made about me, all lies and manipulation, and I just want to show a few payments that have been sent to Scotty.
Are these payments you've sent to him, yeah?
Yeah.
Go on, it's all yours.
He
just be careful you don't have Just be careful you don't have any of your details on it, Foxy, before you share.
Yeah. He used to cry on live and make me feel, because I'm quite soft, and I'll do anything for anyone. And he took advantage of that. He used to ask me for money daily in the end, and I had to. In the end, it was so much harassment for money. I had to block all 6 of his accounts. Hang on, I can't even do it because I've gone into panic mode.
Just to confirm, if you can't put it up, Foxy, it's fine. But I have seen them. Foxy has sent the payments to me. Like you don't.
Ask me to,
Do you want to send them over to? If you want to send them to.
Do you want me to put them up?
Yeah, I was going to say.
yeah, I've sent them to Lisa. I've sent them to Lisa, and Carl has got everything too.
And you're very brave for coming up. Let me just drop you back to this bit for a minute.
I just hope this don't all get kicked off again, because I've had hell.
Listen, we ain't just here now to run this live. If anything happens, come back and speak. We'll fire up another live. Do you know what I mean? It ain't going to be a case of we're running it now and we'll fuck you off. I don't even do awareness lives anymore, but this little cretin needed to have some attention, so this could be run on my platform.
It's not Scott that I'm worried about. It's Ben that is in Thailand.
Alright, let me just do this. Ben who? Not Hatchet?
No, but the
that other geezer, Cockney geezer.
Cockney Ben. Cockney fucking Ben. Are you mad?
Yeah, he's
I'll
made
pull
about-
out every video and make his whole
First-
respiratory system fucking shut down, because I have it all.
He's done about
From when he was threatening to unalive kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's done that. He's done it to me. That all them videos were about me. All the recent ones.
Foxy, just remember, he's in Thailand on his own, shouting at his phone screen. He can't do anything to you. He can post videos all day long. People post videos about me all the time, but he can't do nothing to you.
The mug.
But this is just like one of the messages, just him begging. Like, there's loads of these that Foxy sent me. There's loads of there's transactions and things, bank payments. Like, there's loads of stuff there.
You notice again on there? Please send me money. I need it for my kids.
It says, please send me money. I need it for my kids and I've got nothing. It's been a bad week. I feel like a shit dad right now. Genuinely asking for your help. Please send me some 30 or 40, anything. I've got my kids and I've got nothing. It's been a bad week. I feel like a shit dad right now. Genuinely asking for help. Please help me.
Yeah.
Absolutely all wrong.
He would do anything he can for money. Like he started with the lights on the van, then it was the names on the van. He's done that twice now. I actually pay to have 4 names put on that van, and he never done it. He just kept the money and said that I never paid him.
Oh, well done, Foxy, for coming up. But he's prolific, isn't he? He's going to keep doing it and doing it, but at least at one point there was like 2.5k of you in here, so at least 2.5k of you are now aware and can stay away from this guy and stop giving money off app. Alright, I'll say this loud and clear right now. If anyone, yeah, even if it's a fucking big creator asks you for money off app, say no.
I will never do it again.
If you're gifting on there, it's a different story. All right, it's a different story. But if people are asking for payments off app, then that's a big red flag instantly. Block them, because they're non-entities in your life. The moment they ask you for money, block them. They're there for a reason.
Yeah,
that's it.
I know that now, but at the time I could just come because I've been putting temporary away from family.
I'm not saying about you now. I'm just saying people now. I'm just saying now people are aware who he is. Yeah, that's what they need to be doing. If he jumps in your inbox and this money, even if he jumps in your inbox, be gone.
Foxy, do you know roughly how much it was in total?
What, to Scott or Ben?
To Scott.
Over 200.
So you know there is the sort of romance scam part, which it comes under fraud in England. So you can report it to the bank, and they'll treat it. It's called an authorized push payment, like romance scam, and they can recover and get your money back. So whether you want to or not is obviously a matter for you. But if anyone that's in the chat has given him money through a romance element, they can report it to the Bank and Action Fraud, and it's likely that you'll get your money back as well. Because
Yeah,
you've got
mine
all
wa-
the evidence here.
Yeah, mine wasn't a romance thing, and I've just been through all of this with this other person, and I didn't get anywhere, and I don't want to go through any of that again.
No, of course, yeah. No, I understand. It's just, if you wanted to, it's just that information
Yeah.
and for anyone else.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming up. And well done.
Okay.
Right, is there anything anyone else wants to say?
Yeah, I just want to say I can't fucking stand that horrible dusty smirk that he does. Ugh. You know, when he's smiling and he's smirking.
Enigma's put, why is that men are outed for taking money from women, but when women do it, they're bigged up? Do you want to give some examples? Because I've heard plenty of women that have been outed for doing the same thing backwards.
I was about to
it's
say,
not about
like,
men
I was
or
about
women.
to say,
it's
like,
the
to be
issue.
fair, it was mainly women that was being outed for it.
Yeah.
And then it turned on to men. But it was mainly women that used to get outed on this app. I don't know if you're from Drama Talk side, but we are Drama Talk on this side. You might be from Camp Talk or something, I'm not sure. But trust me, people get outed for it constantly.
There's
Can I just say, No Face, thank you so much for letting us use your platform for this, because obviously we're smaller creators and we can only reach certain people, but you've managed to get over 2.3k people in here that has heard this and possibly saved so many women from going through this. So we really appreciate that you've let us
not a
use
problem.
your platform.
Like I said, the platform's there. Yous have done the hard work behind the scenes by putting out your videos, rounding everyone together, making sure everyone's being signposted in the right direction for help. Yous have done all that. I've just give you the platform, so fair play to yous for doing that. Obviously, like I said, from here, I just continue doing what I usually do and back to my cam to it. I don't do awareness anymore. But if he does pipe back up and start trying to expose your pictures and doing all this and that, just let us know and we'll run it again and keep running it.
Can I just say, a lot of people in the comments are saying he doesn't see his kids. He does. Once every fortnight for a weekend, he sees his kids. That's a court order. He had to go to court.
That's
to get
because
that.
I said it. Like, I was trying to say something earlier and I said, did you know he's not allowed to see his kids? And then obviously the lady started talking again, so I didn't get to finish what I was saying. And what I was going to say is, did you know that back when you was talking to him, because she was talking to him back in 2020, yeah, that was when he wasn't allowed to use. He wasn't allowed his kids at that time, and even he admitted that.
He was last year. The baby mother stopped him from seeing the kids because he was doing lives and he was showing pictures with the kids sleeping in the bed. So she got wind of it, took him to court, and he wasn't allowed to see them for like 4 months.
That Chris is his mod, by the way.
I just want to say something now. Yes, I used to be his mod. I am no longer his mod. For many reasons I would like to add. I used to be one of his big gifters.
I know.
I used to be one of his big gifters. I used to be like top 3 gifter of like 700 people. And I like to support people when I feel like they're doing the right thing. But I didn't know the real Scott. I only liked it because of the Ouija board stuff, and that's what I do. So I was quite drawn to that. And then I had various people messaging me saying that he's asking me for money and he's blocked me. And I'm thinking, like, at first I thought, you know, you're probably lying. I ignored it, but then multiple people messaged me and they're saying the same thing, and I thought, no, it's just not right. And then I got blocked because apparently I did his head in. All I did was join the live, and then he said, "Chris, you're doing my head in," and blocked me. So to anyone that's been affected by it, I feel sorry for anyone. And yeah.
Sorry, Chris, can I just say, so you didn't walk away from him, he blocked you, and that's the reason you're here now? So you didn't walk away when the people were messaging you saying he's taken money from me, etc., etc.?
So, sorry, yeah, that sounds really bad on my behalf. When they started messaging me at first, I kind of thought that it wasn't true because it hadn't been displayed on live. So there was no like actual evidence of it. So then I got blocked. And then in that meantime, it was like probably like the same weekend that it all happened. And then I thought, yeah, this guy's definitely dodgy. And I thought, that's it. Then I started watching his lives on different accounts. And it was like, send me money for fuel and send me money for this. And I thought, all these people were definitely not lying.
Chris, there's one of the victims in the comments is saying that you was threatening women as well. Was you threatening women, Chris?
Definitely not.
Are you sure?
100%.
I believe victims.
Why on earth would I threaten a woman?
I don't know, but
I
one
don't
of the
agree.
ladies who's been up here to talk said that you was just as bad as Scott threatening women. So, and I believe victims.
Yeah, no, and I get that. Like, I understand why you'd believe that. Again, there's nothing against it, but I wouldn't threaten a woman. I hate people that threaten women. Like, you can even ask my friends, they'll say the exact same thing. I completely disagree with all of it. So, I don't know who said that. People are saying I'm here for a Ouija board clout. I'm not. That's just what I enjoyed at the time. That's what I was there for. And then it all went wrong, and I stepped back and left it.
In the time that you was Scott's mod, yeah, did you send any messages or threaten any of the people from his life?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
I can promise on everything I love and own that I never threatened anybody.
But if he didn't block you, would you still be in there?
No, not after begging for money and all the messages. Definitely not. Definitely not. You're sitting there begging for money on TikTok whilst claiming to have a Mercedes, and you got your turkey nashers and all this. You sat begging for money on TikTok. It's not for that. It's not a GoFundMe.
People are saying that you was threatening people in his chat, so...
I mean, if anyone was like to come forward and say what I was saying, then that's fine, but I know I definitely didn't. I mean, I even got posted on Facebook for supposedly being a snitch and things like that. What? Like, that's not who I am. That's not what I am.
Who posted on Facebook to say that you're a snitch?
I don't know who posted it because I personally didn't see it, but someone
As in
sent a
Scott
screenshot
or
to
one
me.
of the community? One of the women?
One of the communities. I'm in one of the communities that like are against him. There's even another creator on TikTok who I follow who is also like outing him.
Right, can I also say, you did, Chris, because when he blocked me and I was on the outside, you was on video showing him all your ghost hunting stuff, and you were there slagging me off and all sorts of shit with Scott. So don't come on here making out that you fucking never, because you did.
Was he threatening people, Amanda?
Yes, he did. He was threatening with Scott. He was doing all sorts of shit with Scott. He's a liar.
So what would I threaten anyone with?
You was with Scott, and every time he was slagging me off and all this shit, you were there slagging every fucker off in his life, calling us all psychos, and that you, when he threatened to come and burn my house down.
I've kicked him.
Yeah,
because at
when
the
he
end of the day, if he's doing that, he's the same as Scott, isn't he?
Amanda's telling the truth because I was in that live.
Yeah, when they threatened to burn my house down and stuff and come and find my IP address, he were there. He was that Scott. Chris was there.
Yeah, well, Chris, you can piss off and all, sweetheart.
I'm sorry, like, I'll come on and I'm swearing. I'm not having no one call me a liar. Like, he was with him for ages, and then he called me a psycho bitch. He was saying I'm crazy, like my mental health. Yeah, so what if I've got mental health? Like, that's got nothing to do with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then he threatened that he were going to come with Scott and Sid to come and burn my house down and all sorts of stuff.
And Chris, do you know, even if you didn't say anything, you were complicit because you didn't stop him from saying he was going to go to a woman's house and burn it down. So you're complicit. You're just as bad. Don't come here playing victim.
Amanda's telling the truth. Amanda's telling the truth.
Yeah, like I've told you, and Pennywise, like I've been in contact with you because, like, it's just done my head in. And when I was outing them all out, he was telling everybody to come over to my live and get my account banned. Chris came in my live, and I had to block him from coming in there and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were all coming over. Like, I don't have many people in my live, and I had like over 2.1 people coming into my live, and I'm like, what the hell is all these people doing? So then I came off my live, and people were saying that he's in his live telling everyone to come over to get my
he did. I can agree with that because I was his mod at the time.
Imagine coming up to the box and whining about being blocked because you're suspicious, and then actually being one to threaten women about burning down their house, and then whining about
Who's
the person they're abusing.
DRB? Sorry, TJ. Who's DRB? Not sure. Don't know. But
Chris, you could never come here and do that ever.
So there was Chris, there was Sid, and also obviously Scott, and there was another lad that used to go in his live. I can't remember his name. Who?
If you want to take that further, Sid's name's Simon Willits.
Yeah.
Alicia, DLB's in the chat now.
Yeah.
They're not. They're on private. I can't get them in.
Okay.
So that's why I came on, because I'm not having it for me.
It's not letting me request them in either. Right.
So I'm going to jump down.
I was going to say, here we go, look.
I'll jump down because obviously I just wanted to say my say.
So she wanted, no problem. Right, I'm going to shut this down. If people follow me up, I'm going to do a reset because I have got a bio because of Amanda was just talking like this is not TikTok and thingy. So I'm going to quickly do a reset because I don't want to be getting banned for this shit. No worries, Amanda. But I'll be back, couple of minutes. I'll literally off and back on. I ain't going to be continuing talking about it. I'm going to leave it where it is. Obviously, fair play to Carla and everyone. Yeah. And if you do need us again, just give us a shout, alright? Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds, people. Make sure you're following.